Lost, lost, I am lost. Come in, I'll be your host. See my inner tantrum, erratic heart, a drum.
Je vois le reflet de ma moi du passé, celle qui tenait debout et savait avancer. Je cherche les prémices de l'effondrement.
Les rimes, c'est pour l'apitoiement.
C'était comme dans les films, dans les livres. C'était se sentir vide, se sentir ivre. C'était porter une enclume à chaque instant. C'était coller au lit par écœurement. C'est comme une nouvelle colocataire qui cohabite sans rien faire. Elle paie pas le loyer, t'empêche de travailler, et c'est elle qui te tient éveillé. Puis la nuit s'enfuit ses hurlements. Tu répètes que tu n'as pas invité, mais elle veut te faire déménager. dessine à l'encre rouge. Elle coupe, creuse à la gouge, tout ce que tu ne sais plus dire. Elle brûle, elle enfle, mais personne ne comprend quand elle cause. Elle te dit de qui te méfier, de qui douter, et va cacher ceux qui essaient juste de t'aimer. Elle souffle ta vie comme un pissenlit. Tu ne sais plus faire que ce qu'elle dit. Elle ordonne, demande et se répète. Et elle se moque quand elle voit ta tête. Regarde dans le miroir, est-ce la fièvre qui sculpte au burin un sourire sur tes lèvres? Personne ne peut y croire. Et pourtant... Les chansons que tu écoutes parlent de masques et l'écho de son rire résonne dans ton casque. Tu demandes à sortir, elle te retient. Tu demandes à rester avec son sourire en coin. Tu t'excuses, elle abuse, elle ruse, elle t'use. Tu es rongé de l'intérieur par cette serial killer.
Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. We are Small Dreamers. I'm all alone right now. Mew might drop in later, but work is getting in the way. So they'll be there later, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. But let's just start. We are Small Dreamers. We make small games in a short time. We're working on a third game right now. Hello, Guy. Welcome. To you specifically right now. Yes, we're working on our third game. We made a small hiking simulator game, and we made a ghost train building game, and now we're working on a racing game. That doesn't have a name yet. If you have an idea for a name, you can always send it to us. It's a game where you race rubber ducks around a track and around a bathtub specifically, and it's inspired by games like Star Wars Racer and many other futuristic racing games, but with but more physics based. Some might say that it's stupider, but we'll see. Let's go. Let me show you what I did this week. Here we go. Where it is? Here it is. So, this week I've been building stuff. It's still not as visually exciting as I wanted it to be, but it's getting there. And well, I'm still busy with all the game systems, and MU is very busy, so it's time to. I'm just still tinkering with all the everything that's under the hood, so everything is like really ugly and stuff, but that doesn't matter. Let me just play for a bit. So I've been working on animations for the menus. I don't remember if I showed these last week, but now you can have there's 3 test levels that are really not much, but there's small animations and everything. I try to add animations wherever I can for everything. So now you can see that the pictures are updating and stuff, and the name of the track is updating, You can back to the main menu. If you go back to the options, there's still oh yeah, I can see that they aren't really correctly correctly put, but I'll fix that later. That's not a problem. I've been working on the local multiplayer. It doesn't work yet. So far I have this and I need to fix it. But it will work, hopefully soon. And yeah, let's go for a little drive around in single player. Around this bathtub I built a couple days ago. And make our ducks pretty. If this one a hat and this one this hat. And let's go to the race. The controls are still a little bit messy, but it's fine. It's working, and it will get tuned over time. I think it's at the stage where it's mostly usable. So yeah, I built this little bathtub in Blender real quick, just to get a sense of scale, and I feel it's way too big still. So I'll just scale it down some more. Right now I just built it at a random size and then put it in the game and was like, okay, well, this is too small. And then I scaled it up and now it's too big. So I'll fix that later. Maybe during the stream, we'll see. As you can see, the controls are still it's a balancing act to figure out how much slipping and sliding you want to do and how much the soap is helping with the acceleration and all the soap bubbles and stuff. It's a balancing act to figure out the traction and how slippery you want everything to feel. And you basically have to adjust every single little thing manually. So it's both annoying and fun. And it's mostly Mu's job, so I just set up all the tech stuff and be like, okay, you can adjust all these things. Tell me if that's enough, and we'll see if that's enough. Whoops, I missed that one. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, figuring this stuff out. I tore out a bunch of systems I had before and fixed them, and now they're different and they work a little better, a little more efficient. Hopefully, or at least they do what I want them to do a bit more. Because, well, at the beginning of a game, you don't really know what you want your game to be. I'm starting to get really good at this game, guys. This is a problem. And yeah, and at the beginning you just start throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And then once you have something, then you know where you can go. Hello, Egan. So yeah, I've been just messing about and changing stuff around, refactoring some code and doing some more exploration of stuff. And it's fun. I'm having fun. Most of the time. Not every day, but that's fine. And yeah. Look me, riding up the walls and stuff. I had a really weird bug the other day where if you respawned, the gravity was all messed up and the direction of movement was all messed up. Yep, it works. Look at it. That was a bug the other day that whenever you respawn, basically the forward vector of the duck changed because the checkpoint wasn't straight, and it adapted it from there. So every time I spawned on a wall like this, when I went forward, it considered that it was down, and it was a whole mess to figure out. It took it all day. It was a mess, but it's working now. Now I need to figure out how to do this with multiplayer. That's my big thing for this and for next week, for the end of this week and next week. Because this is fun if the gravity changes when you're driving, but it's the entire gravity that changes, not just the gravity that's affecting your car. So I need to figure out how I can change the gravity per car. And I don't know how to do that yet. I thought about maybe adding a gravity thing to the car, but it doesn't seem to be working because it needs to be a static thing. So maybe I can do something with layers or something. I don't know yet. I need to look into that. Let me stop driving around. Yep. So yeah, I've in. Let me show you how the gravity works real quick. So right now the gravity works like this. There's where is it? There's an area 3D with a script on it that says, "Hey, the gravity is this direction. It's the same direction as the car is," which is fine if you're alone. But if you have 4 cars on the track, how do you fix that? And I don't know. So yeah, I've been looking into. I think I'm gonna be looking into these collision layers, and basically have a specific collision layer per car or something, maybe, and masks and stuff. I don't know really how these work. I haven't ever used them a lot. I think I used them a little bit in the first game, because you weren't supposed to be walking on the water and stuff. And I think they worked okay-ish. I don't remember. But I'll look into it and figure something out. It will work eventually. So we'll see. But yeah, right now it works only for 1 car because I set the gravity direction of the area. And maybe I don't know if I can have several areas that all affecting only 1 item. That's a future me problem. For now, I just want to be able to spawn. Let me see, where is it? I'd be already happy with just being able to spawn 4 cars and have each of them be customizable separately, and the game remembering that and everything. Because that's already a big job. I spent most of the day setting up different variables for all the thing. Yeah, the car, depending on the position, it's that's what I wanted to do. And then I found this area 3D thing, and I don't really know how to push the car down depending on the gravity and stuff. Maybe I can figure something out by giving it like a constant downforce or something. Ah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Let me write that down. Give cars constant down force relative to the car. Simulating gravity. That's not a bad idea. Because I can add forces to the car and then multiply them and stuff. Maybe that's an easier way to do it. That's a good idea. See, that's nice when you have people. That's why you have people around that know more about coding and that think about an idea in a different way. Because I've been thinking about this only for a couple hours. I thought about it this morning once I set up the different variables that you can see here. I was like, after a while, I was like, oh crap. Now what with the gravity? What am I going to do? I don't remember where I wrote it down. Here, gravity direction. I was like, oh no. But if I have this and I just give a constant force down, that's basically gravity, as far as I can tell. It sounds like gravity. Gravity is just something pushing you down. So that should work. Technically gravity is pulling you down, but whatever. It's games, it's not real life. Ah. Thanks. There's gotta be something to think about for tomorrow. I got derailed now. Yeah, no, I don't need to get into that. In this game, in this game, it's a force. In here. if you look at the gravity, if the thing, I think the gravity is basically, well, what is it? Where is it? I don't remember. Here it is somewhere. Here's the gravity thing. Where is it? Yeah, I can just give it linear forces, so I can just apply whatever I want on it. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's gonna work. We don't need to get into hard physics and stuff because I'm not good enough at those. I'm barely good enough to figure this stuff out. It takes me so long to do everything. I wanted to go faster, but well, it just has to take the time that it takes, whatever. Today I've been working all day to figure out the multiplayer controls. So today and yesterday, the entire day, just reading and working out and looking at tutorials and seeing all that stuff. I still need to do the split screen stuff, but well, that will be later. Once I can spawn 4 cars and have them all be controlled differently, then I'll get into split screen stuff. I don't need to put the horses in front of the cart in front of the horses. I don't know an English version of this expression, but whatever. So yeah, we're going there. Relativity theory, come on. I doubt Godot uses relativity and stuff to calculate the gravity. So yeah, this is a plugin I found that I started modifying the script for to get all the multiplayer inputs and writing down what does what. So instead of having a simple input is now multiplayer input, and then I decided to just adapt the entire script of everything. Exactly. I think it's possible to adapt it, to integrate it if you want to, but we're making games with ducks race around in bathtubs. Time dilation is not really a thing on that smaller scale and on that speed. We don't go that fast. We're going fast, but not that fast. Anyway, so yeah, I updated the entire controller stuff because, well, single player is just multiplayer, but only one player. So right now it works, and hopefully this, once I spawn a second player, it will just work right away. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be toying around with this all weekend, figuring it out. All this is gonna be a mess. Hopefully nothing breaks, but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to figure out. It should be fine. It should be fine. It's gonna be fine. And yeah, all the what you call it? All the menus and stuff have to be duplicated. All the buttons and everything. It's gonna take forever. But it's fun. I'm having a good time. I'm gonna let me just while we're here. How big is this bathtub? It's like, I don't know. What position is this one in? Yeah, it's 300. The whole bathtub is 600 meters wide. Let me scale this down a bit more. Let's make it tiny and see how that feels while we're here. Up. Let me put the checkpoint back in. Oh, now it's gonna be real tiny. That's gonna be fun. Up. Let's see right away how this goes. Oh, yeah, of course it doesn't work anymore. Here we go. Let's go over here. Let's go through the menus, bathtub, pretty up the ducks, go to race. Here we go. Go. Oh yeah. Oh, this feels actually pretty nice for size. It's gonna be a little cramped, but might be fun. Whoa. You know what? I thought it was going to be way too small, but it feels okay. It's crammed, but it's fun. And the smaller you make the track, the faster it will feel to go around it. So that's a thing. Let me move that mouse out of the way. Up. This is feeling okay-ish. I quite like it. Yeah, so about, I don't know how big this is. We'll look at the size later once I'm done toying around. But this feels fun. The race goes faster now. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, don't fly away. Can I get back to it? No, it's done. It's over. Yeah, how big is it now? Like 50 meters? Let me see. Put this one at the right spot, and it will tell me where it is. Right now we're at 100, so it's 200 meters, the bathtub. That feels pretty good. I'm gonna leave it at that. These checkpoints will just be flying for a bit, but it's still not a real track. It's still testing. I need to find, yeah, I'm gonna be finishing the multiplayer stuff hopefully pretty soon, by next Wednesday or something. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. And then I'll start working on the AI players. I'd like there to be a lot, like in F0X, where there's 30 cars total, but I think that would be a mess, and I don't think my coding skills can handle that. But if there's 4 in total, and then you can replace them with player characters or something, that should be fun. A little bit like, I'm blanking on names. It's Mario Kart is like 8 or 10, I believe. I never make it easy on myself. I'm always way too ambitious. That's fine. I'm getting there. It's working, sort of. I have something already. Look at this. It's kind of working. Let's see. I bet this is not gonna work. Yeah, I figured it. I added. Yeah, I need to fix this. It's even playable on keyboard. How could I make it easier on myself if I wanted to do everything that I still want to do? Is there a way to make it easier? Do you think there's a way that could be easier? Because if there's an easy mode, I'll go for the easy mode. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, I changed this. Let's call this player 1. Here we go. And then if it's single player, true, go here and then do this. And the multiplayer I'll fix later. Hello. Don't worry about it. How's the quacking? It still quacks, I think. I haven't even tried that button anymore. Let me see. Can we quack? Let's go race around our... I've made the bathtub a lot smaller. Oh, that's a nice bug. I hadn't seen that one before. Why are there 2 soaps? Oh, I know what's going on. It spawns it when you go from here to there. Yeah. Yeah, it spawns it when you click on Pretty Up Your Ducks, but it doesn't delete it when you go back. Look, I can make as many as I want. Soap stacks. Look, I made a tiny bathtub now. I made it a lot smaller and it works pretty well. And I think this size feels pretty good. It's only like 200 meters wide or something. So it's still a big bathtub, but it feels a lot quainter and smaller and more adapted to the size of our cars and our speed. I'm looking forward to you joining me with the stuff. I hope your work will let you relax for a bit soon. Yeah, we have this tiny bathtub now. Mew Egan has helped me with the gravity stuff, and he might have a solution. He proposed a solution, and it was like, oh, I need to try that, so I'll try that tomorrow. Might be the solution to all the problems, and which is a good idea, which is nice. I don't know if it will work, but it was the sentence that sparked an idea that will help me fix stuff, hopefully. Yeah, let's go into space. But yeah, the stuff is happening. And yeah, I've been working really hard on this damn thing. But well, I don't have another job, so this is fine. But yeah, I've been writing tons and tons of code. It's crazy. It's all stupid. Look at all these things. If you, oh yeah, the flip around stuff. I haven't showed you that. Let me get the controller stuff here. The vehicle. If you look, there's a bunch of rays everywhere on the soaps and on the thing that detect if there's a floor or not. And if there's a floor, they tip you back over. You don't have to read it. You don't have to read it, Mew. You don't need to understand it. You just have to do stuff to it at some point. You have one script just for you that's here, that's filled with a bunch of variables that you can adjust however you want to. And that's going to be a lot already. I'm not going to show you these. Here we go. So yeah, there's now a couple of neat blue spikes that are invisible when you're driving that detect if you flip over, hopefully. They sort of detect when you flip over, and when you flip over, they give you a push back in the right direction so that you don't flip over anymore, which is working okay-ish. And I added a couple spikes in front as well to detect if there's a soap. If the soap is hitting the front of the car, it should do stuff. It should, yeah, it turns the ducks back around, hopefully. It's a little subtle so far. So the forces will need to be adjusted, but it works. And if at least when I put more forces on it, it starts to get too much. So I tuned it down a little bit, but it might turn up a bit. Anyway. Yeah. What's happening? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mew. It's nice having moderators. It would be even nicer if you were here and saying stuff as well, but whatever. So yeah, these are the rays and the things that I set up. And what did I do anymore? I don't remember. The Polaroid. Oh yeah, the menus are moving now. You've seen these. The Polaroids that get updated, and there's a neat trick that the image changes one on the back one. So there's only 3 that show the correct image, and they update when you switch. I don't know if I can. Yeah, you can see it when you switch in the back here. Up, they switch right as they come by, as they enter this area. If you can see right now, up. And it's real subtle, and I like how it works. And this way you can have as many tracks as you want. We could have 15,000 tracks if we wanted to. We're not going to. If we have 3 or 4, it will be fun already. But if you click on the button, the image updates on the last seconds only. And that way you have always the current track, the previous track, and the next track in the list that are visible at all times. And I don't know if you want to have unlockable tracks or whatever. And if we do, I'll figure something out for that. I kind of know how to do this. We'll just have some levels. I'll just go stealing the code from the previous game that had unlock stuff. That worked pretty well. And yeah. Local multiplayer right now looks like this. It's only start to join. I've been working on that today, and it starts to look pretty nice. Once you have this, you can activate these. And once I add the code to it, the start disappears and you see this, and hopefully a car will spawn. That's the goal, at least. So we'll see. It's not. That's just a setup for now. So yeah, what's more? I don't know. How are you doing, Mew? How's your day been treating you? Drive up the walls, whatever. Yeah, I built this bathtub. It's horrible. Yeah, I feel for you. I've noticed you're very, very busy. It's the middle of the week. Only 2 days to go. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, actually. I hope next week I'll try to finish up the split screen. I want to add controller vibrations whenever I feel like taking a break of something. And then I want to, finish up the split screens thing. Is going to be the big job of this week. It's going to be a thing. But hopefully it should work okay, and it will help me out, and it will work, and then we'll have a game that's playable with multiple people. And if we have that, and I can't figure out how to do the AI cars, then I'm already happy. It's if I can't figure out the AI cars, it's just gonna be time trial and multiplayer, and that's already a pretty good game, I feel. So yeah. If I can't figure out AI at all in a week or so, then I'll evaluate, and we'll have a chat about downsizing the scope a bit, because this game is already big, and we have nothing yet. Well, we have no official real content yet. I made one soap bar. That's not gonna be definitive. That's not gonna stay in the game. Because, well, I like the color of it. I don't really like the shape that much. But yeah. We're getting there. It's a big job, but it's fun. It's interesting. I'm learning so much about this in this game. It's kind of crazy. Every week I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this now. I look at I don't have to look at many tutorials as much anymore. I can but sort of figure all this stuff out for myself. If is it the best way? I don't know. Is it something that works? Yeah, it works. If it's gonna, is it gonna bite me in the ass in a couple of weeks? I don't know. We'll see when we get to it. It's happened this week already with the gravity thing. It's happened today. But we'll see. I don't know. I can figure it out. Yeah, there's so many things. So many. The entire racing controller is so complicated. I could record myself doing the tracks and do like 10 different versions of it, but I don't even know how I could record that. I'd need to. How would I do that? Oh, the physics stuff. Yeah, it's fun. And Godot has there's an add-on for Godot that's called Jolt. That's basically a better physics engine. So it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. It works pretty well. And I'm not going crazy with fluid simulations and everything. And the particles and stuff. We had a chat about that with Mew about the particles, and we're thinking about doing sprites, animated sprites for all the particles instead of real particles, which should look very fun. Maybe I look into that. That sounds like a fun diversion. A fun little distraction for an afternoon to replace my the duckies. Where are they? The what you call it? I don't remember words. The duck here. The boosters, the boost things. Where are they? Oh, they're directly on the mesh. I forgot. They're here. They are here. These ones, the boosting and stuff. If this is just a two 2D sprites that are placed crosswise, that way you can see them from pretty much all angles. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Maybe 2 or 3 sprites, one for the back and one for the, I don't know, for all the effects. Maybe not for this specific effect, but having like some soap bubbles, some sliding effects, maybe some sparks or whatever. It's going to be interesting. It should work nicely. We aren't there yet. But if I need a break, I know what I can do. And yeah, that and controller vibration, deciding when it's activated and when and how strong it is and stuff. It's also going to be fun. And I know I'll have to add that to the accessibility menu because I know people that don't like vibrations at all on the controllers. So there's in the menu, in the options menu, I put an accessibility thing that doesn't do anything yet because I don't know what to put in there for now. But at least those two are gonna be in there. I remember that in the first game we didn't have anything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this game. Racing games are hard. That's why how I titled the stream this week. And because yeah, every time I'm like, okay, I think I'm pretty much doing okay with the things, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot this and that and that and that. And yeah, it's a big job, but it's fun. I'm having fun. It's nice to figure all this out. And to be able to drive around in a little bathtub or something. Or on a flat plane, that's also working. Ugh. I think that for downforce idea is gonna work again. Sorry, I'm just obsessed with that now because that was the latest problem on my mind. So it's just in my head and all the time. It's running in the background. Did I fix the dirt pickup thing, or will the game crash when I pick up some dirt? Yeah, it's just the constant background noise. Oh yeah, it works now. Hey. Let's see if I fixed the half pipe with the new coding stuff. Can I fly? No, I cannot. Oh, I cannot fly anymore. That's weird. Oh, I think I upped the minimum fly speed to be a lot because I flew away all the time. Let's see if I can wiggle my way up there. Nope. Oh, what's going on? Huh. Oh, yeah, I know what I did. It's wrong. This is here. Here we go. This is the bug. Yeah, by replacing all the variables, I went a bit overboard. The duck friction, the brake friction, is not a it's not a movable variable. It's fixed all the time, and it's over here, braking duck. Basically, the friction of the cars the friction goes up when you brake. That way, you stop sliding, which makes sense. And but the friction goes down when you are but when you are when you stop, the friction is very low so that you can start faster, and the friction goes up to give you more stability the faster you go. And I feel like it's working pretty well, but yeah, I forgot to remove the friction on the brake friction. I said player 1, but there's going to be only one friction setting for everything. Normally, if I brake now, it should be fixed. If I do this, aha, there's another one. There's always another one. Soap friction, here we go. That's how I test stuff. Just do things over and over. And if it works, it works. There's gonna be some tuning to be done on this, because sometimes it's really jerky when you start, and sometimes it's not. Hey, now the brakes work. Here we go. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do, but I'm having fun. It's nice. I can fly now? Can I fly now? No, I cannot fly anymore. I'll have to look into that. I think I upped the minimum speed to fly a little too much. That's too bad. I wanted to... Oh, my flipping thing doesn't work when you're not on something that's not a road on the floor. If I go towards the floor, they should tip back over. Here they go. Yeah, I need to add them to floor, to the collision. The collisions are all messed up if you don't add the tracks and the things you can drive on to the floor. Ooh, what's that? Oh, interesting. I'm discovering stuff, guys. It's so weird. Why did they stop here? Did they find this is the floor? Oh yeah, this is the floor. So then I don't know. Weird stuff is happening. All these kinks will be fixed by the time the game releases in a while. We've said for February. February seems doable still, and we'll see. Maybe we need to scale down the next game, make a smaller one that we can actually do in 10 weeks and not like 15. But we'll see. We're really good at scoping, guys. We slightly overscope every single time. But well, that's what you do. If you go slightly too ambitious every time, you learn a lot. And even if it only vaguely works or it's a little messy, it still works. And you still made something, and you've learned a lot. Slightly overboard all the time. That's what we did with the previous one and the one before that. Let's make an open world game as our first one. Okay, you do only walking and canoeing, but it's still 15 square kilometers or something it was. Yeah. Hello, cat. There's a cat somewhere. Hello, cat. Say hello to the stream, Blusha. It's always a slippery slope, and we always have ambitious and weird ideas. So yeah. Hello, cat. Yes, you're here. Hello. I don't know if you can see him. I think so. Yeah, vaguely. Put your head up a little bit. Here's our mascot. What's a good name? The cat's name? Blue? He's called Perfect Blue. Like the movie. Oh, Slippery Slope. Slippery Slope is also a good name. It's a very good song by a band called The Doe that I really like. And Slippery Slope could be the name for the game. But then it feels more like a downhill thing. I don't know. I'm gonna write it down. Name idea. Slippery Slope. Slippery Soap? Let me know. Yeah. Slippery Soap is something. We'll see. Yeah, he talks now. He says it's a new lap record. I had fun setting that up. I found the soundbite on YouTube and downloaded it and just added it to the short. And I was like, wait a second. I have a cat that has an animation that has an open and a closed mouth animation. I can just give him stuff to say. I might do that some more at some point. Yes, you're cute. Yes, yes. Oh, no. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for this week. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the ideas. And yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Couple more weeks and then we'll have a fully functioning game, and then we can build stuff to actually have a game. We'll have all the systems in place, and then we can just start making stuff for the game, making a real bathtub, making a real skybox or whatever, and having tracks and real ducks and customization options, and having I don't know, a duck with a mohawk and whatever, even a character sitting on the soap. I need to figure out how I can make a rope between a visible thing between the soap and the duck, because right now it's invisible, and you can sort of tell that there's something supposed to be there, that's something holding them down, but there's nothing to be seen. So I need to figure out if I can show something. I don't know how. Maybe with a mesh that just stretches whenever something comes close. I don't need it to have physics or anything. I just want it to go from point A from point to point B and stretch. I don't know how I could do that. Maybe with a skeleton or something. I don't know. That's a future me problem. Far in the future. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We shall see you all next week. And yeah, for some more game stuff, for more progress. Hopefully next week I can play with more people. Maybe Mew will be here and we'll be able to play together this game. We'll see. Anyway, I want to thank you all very much. We'll see you next week. If you want to support us, go see us on Patreon or buy our games on itch and stuff. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
One, two, three, let's go. If you're no drummer, this is the place to be. Using your finger all the way to glory. Follow the rhythm, snap, snare, kick the beat like an algorithm. You'll soon get it. Tap your fingers like a human jackhammer. If you miss one out, don't act like a loser. Get back on track before you mess it up. Fake it, make it, and toughen up, buttercup. Now focus, you can't afford to miss a beat. Stay with me, you ain't got time for any tweet. There's more coming, you should stay in line. Here's more drumming, no time to whine. If you think this is hard, just wait till the end. This sure gets worse, as is the usual trend. It's bend or break, fingers flowing like crazy. Make no mistakes, don't you dare get all clumsy. Clap, clap, think you're up to the task. Think you got time to smile and bask. We're going minimal, digital and completely lethal. It's a gamble, a hassle, a razzle, dazzle. But wait, here comes the final. Digit on the drums, don't you ruin the mood. Clap back on the beat, finger licking good. Go down on the snare, pretend you're drowning. Boom boom goes the bass when you start banging. Fingers crossing, working up to the climax. Smack that, tap that, maximize your impact. No butterfingers here, we won't go slower. Grind up till you're feeling on fire. Grind up till you're feeling on fire.